to our channel, A Trade of You. I'm your girl Emery.
And I'm your girl One.
And today's video, Let's Talk, is a discussion about growing up Caribbean. Yeah. Mostly, basically Jamaican, because we're all Jamaican heritage. So, growing up Caribbean, Jamaican. Growing up Jamaican. Well, me in yard, picking ackee, like we'd go pick the ackee from the tree. Not like now where you have to spend £5 and get it from the tin can and drain off the water and thing. But obviously you have to pick it so you didn't get the poison because that ain't no good for you. Sat there where they're cleaning the floor. We had like the coconut head and you had to get on your knees and like brush the floor. And them houses.
You was doing all this?
Yeah.
Alright.
So Saturday was in like, it was tidying up the house. So we had to sort out the front yard, pick up all the leaves and stuff from all the trees. Mango, tangerine, cherry, you know what I'm saying? Praise God, God was good. And everyone had the jobs basically. And so I would do the floor, do the leaves, and like my cousins would do like the chicken, the hog and whatever. And my uncles was all there, we all grew up together. And then like I had to wash the clothes with my granny, so we'd sit there with the little basin and we'd do hand washing with the blue socks, we would like me. Not the cake salt, but them. Like had wash, yeah, we had to do that. And like, we had water, but sometimes the lane, which is like the neighborhood, if like the main pipes didn't have water, then we'd have to go like quay down. And me, I would have to carry it on my head tap. The bucket of water.
It's called real chores.
Real chores, okay?
So they don't know.
They don't understand. I was doing that at like 7, 6, 7, 8 years old. Them kids, they ain't built like this.
No.
Like this. So yeah, that's a little bit. And obviously, like when I was gonna get disciplined, my granddad would tell me to go pick the switch. And I would obviously try and be smart, find the like babies one.
Can you explain to someone what the switch is?
Oh, the switch. The switch is so you go find a bush and you get a stick, and I would like to choose a stick that I know wouldn't sting as much. So I would pick the stick.
The most lightweight one.
Yeah, try to get my dad.
One.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt me. I'd pick off the leaves, bring it to my granddad. He'd go and lick himself in it, test it. No. Okay, my next one.
Get the one like a baseball bat. One with length and strength.
So I'd have to go pick my switch and then get this in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't do that, and we're in England, so you know it's illegal to do that stuff, and no one's going to pick no bush, no switch from their backyard. So yeah.
The neighbours would have something to say. Why are you on a tree? Oh God.
What's your experiences?
Well, like when we talk about the Saturday cleaning.
Yes.
Wow.
Listen, come 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, anywhere between those times, I'm hearing the music going on. You hear the broom hitting the skirting boards. You hear the mop bucket comes out, the water's filling up. And then you don't get a knock on the door, you get the shout down.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no lighting. There's no lighting on a Saturday for no Caribbean kids. You better not be seen not to be doing nothing on a Saturday. What are you doing in bed?
Yeah.
Yo, what? What's that?
Yeah. Go look what?
Go look what? It's the same for every. I'm hungry. You're hungry? Go look what?
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Wow.
Why, sir?
So what about the Saturday soup though?
Saturday soup, obviously you have your chicken soup, your mutton soup, your fish soup, your fish tea, whatever. But ours in yard it was the chicken soup with the chicken foot. I don't cook that. I cook the mutton soup, yes, on a Saturday.
I'm not a connoisseur of the chicken foot, and that's not for me. I want nothing near foot in my pot. No, thank you. No.
And managed water, I don't know if you know what that is, but yes, that's when you go to the parties. Back in the days, they used to have them like paper cups.
Yeah.
And you get the tripe.
Oh
Yeah,
I couldn't do all them things, man. They work for me, man.
Going to the market with mums or
oh my gosh!
You forced to go into the fish market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The back and didn't they just know everybody? You couldn't go 2 steps without them talking to somebody a good 20 minutes in the one spot, and you're holding fish bag, muff bag, yes.
Yes, mummy. And then obviously you have your Sunday, you have like your rice and peas. You have your staple like Caribbean foods that you're gonna eat. And then you have your mum. I was gonna say your dad, but it's mainly your mum that's in the house that likes to sit upstairs in bed and call you from downstairs to bring the remote, or they're downstairs and they call you from upstairs to change the channel.
And they're in the same room, you know, they're in the same room as the TV.
Or put on the little gas cylinder fire. My mum used to do that, and she's sitting in the sofa, you know, she called me and my sister from upstairs, and she's like, come turn on the fire. And I wouldn't cuss, I wouldn't be like, but you're here.
You wouldn't dare cuss.
No, you cannot answer your mother back, you cannot answer because you would be toothless.
Try not to stamp down the stairs and
Yeah!
you can hear
Or
the
slam
stamps
door.
on the stairs. Was that stamping?
Yeah, and you know that saying for everything. You hear me, You hear me? Like, can I change the channel? You hear me? Like anything.
Listen, my mum used to fall asleep watching the westerns on a Sunday. Could you turn over the channel?
Oh, Sunday
Could you
is
turn
so
over the
boring.
channel?
Yeah, man. Now, do you know what it was? It was Poirot.
My mum loved that as well. Inspector
The guy with the
Poirot.
mustache.
Yeah, Inspector
Poirot.
Poirot. I can't say it.
Rawhide.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Bro, hi.
You got like Heartbeat and then programs.
Heartbeat.
Sunday.
Couldn't turn over the TV
That's a heartbeat, you
after.
know. That's a heartbeat, you know. Oh no!
I still remember that feature.
Because remember, it would be it'd be heartbeat. No, you've been framed.
Oh, you
no.
got
What
framed.
was the order? It was London Burning, Cilla Black. No, Saturday. What's Cilla Black's thing?
Blind date.
Blind Date. No. Surprise.
Oh yeah. No, wait, before that was Gladiators.
So
That's a Gladiators.
it must be like a black mum thing. Like,
I remember there was only like what 4 channels. Channel 5 didn't come along.
Yeah.
That soon.
And what was that show when they go in as a normal person and they get dressed up as like their celebrity?
Stars in their eyes.
Stars in their eyes.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm gonna be.
Tonight.
Yo, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my
I remember
god.
you used to think, oh, that's magic. How can you walk in there and come out straight away not knowing that it's a mad
I
joke?
bet if you watch that now, yeah, then it'll look nothing like
One lean wig and powder foundation.
And also, like when you're cooking with your mum, like I don't know anyone who still does this, and people might still kudos to you because I don't do that. It's like picking rice, like I clean my rice though.
You pick out the form, the darker ones, the yellow ones,
But you
yeah.
used to like and pick your peas and you know all that and pick your
I used to
rice.
hate being standing around taught how to clean the chicken.
And burning the feathers off the chicken.
I ain't ate meat for years, so even now I'm just
Yeah.
like, boy, you made me go
I
through
used to
that.
hate that, especially like when it was like a whole chicken, like a roast, and you get the middle out and
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The whole,
Cleaning out the chicken back, make sure you get that out.
and taking the skin out. Oh, I hated that.
Yeah.
But those things implemented, like me living alone in LA now, I'd fry my fish, I'd do everything, and I'm just like, thank you, mom. Because a lot of people I know, man, they don't really do all that stuff. So to go, I'm glad I had that experience.
They probably don't know how to clean fish.
Innit? Stop it.
No shade.
Cooking gillets.
The scale on.
Oh my god.
Don't know about no lemon and lime or vinegar. No shade.
But yeah, man, learning to cook was the one.
And family parties, when you got invited to family parties, everyone knows, like in the Jamaican, Caribbean, Black Africans, the same thing. When you go to the parties, you have your container. You got to bring, you know,
What would you take?
when the song says auntie put rice in the container, like you have your container to get your food. Okay, you
And
got
on the invitation it says it starts at 10. Really means it starts at 1 in the morning.
11, 12, yes.
Start arriving.
Black people time, you know.
Yes.
And the kids were always up. The kids were from it start to 6 o'clock in the morning. Whenever party lock off, the kids were still up too.
Running around.
And don't forget, certain kids were sleeping on the bed with all the coats.
Yes.
Don't forget the coat room.
that
Just see a couple of scattered kids hiding under it, like sleeping under the coats. When we
Every
pick
night
it
there
there.
was a child baby. Yes.
Yeah, we was away like in the room, but we weren't allowed to meet people something.
Yeah.
Like,
Big people time.
yeah,
Go find friend, go find friend.
Like the kids had to be in one room and they weren't allowed to be like with the adults. Children were seen but not heard.
Yeah.
Very toxic. You weren't allowed to have no feelings, no emotions. You can't answer back nothing like like my son would be to me like, nah, that hurt my feelings. You think I could tell my mom so hurt my feelings? Take that. Okay. And then we've all in our houses.
You know, times have changed. Yeah. You couldn't tell your parents out about
No,
feelings.
no back chat, you mean?
No back chat.
No discussion, no debate.
No. Telling and that was it.
What I say goes. We're living in a different generation. Then you have your cupboard full of your scandal bag, your plastic bag.
Oh, under the sink, man.
Yeah.
Under the sink.
Or the everything
Carry
drawer.
a bag inside a carry a
everything
bag.
drawer.
Yes.
Yeah, you just everything drawer.
Yeah, you just
everything.
batteries,
Everything.
toilet paper, screwdriver.
Toilet paper in the sink.
Oh, everything. Like screwdrivers, little screws here and there.
Allen keys.
You never know when you're gonna need it, so you know.
You never do though. You never do nothing in there, but just in case.
Yeah, steady.
Yeah.
Not get dashed right No.
Same with the food, not and get dashed with. That's breakfast for tomorrow.
Innit? And if not, freeze it.
Yeah, exactly.
Freeze it, no.
Then you
Oh,
have
that-
Sunday dinner with the Guinness punch now. You know what I mean? You can't forget the Guinness punch.
Sexy
Staple.
juice.
Sexy juice.
Sky juice.
Sky juice.
Sky juice.
Sorry. Yes.
Your fruit punch, your rum punch.
Yeah.
Jamaican ginger beer as well.
Yes.
Yes. And your
Pineapple juice.
Your
Oh, I
fruit
love that.
cake.
Yeah.
You have to have the rum cake.
Yes.
So.
And don't talk about going out to eat. Oh man, cause you have McDonald's money.
Come and make McDonald's. Pass me the little minced beef and the onion there and some seasoning.
And the bread.
So,
Food not here.
McDonald's. Shoot. Special occasion, maybe.
Yeah.
If you're
Or go in shop and you wanted something, you get a talk before you reach the shop. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh.
when in the shop now trying to be rude and they give you that look. Wait
Ooh.
till you
Oh,
get
the
home.
look.
Wait till
I'm
you
going
get
to
home.
master the look when I have it.
Yeah, yeah.
I do it now with my kids.
Wait till you get
You know
home,
when
look.
they say stuff, we're like, you know, you do not support.
Like Michael Jackson in Thriller.
Yeah.
Yo,
You should be
That
like,
moment of silence is deadly.
yeah.
Deadly.
And if you don't get that, then you just don't. You'll never get it.
or we do the mouth. This is definitely a Jamaican one. Or we do the mouth with a. Every Jamaican knows what that means. Someone says something and you go,
Natural now, it is. Natural.
It's either just the mouth or it's the
You know my favourite saying was, I was one of the last that I only get a little bit, and it was always "Take little and live long."
Yes.
That was one of my favourite sayings. Take
I
little
can,
and live
it's
long.
still ringing around in my
Take
head.
little and live long.
I used to hate that. I was like, what does that mean for me now? Like,
when you're gonna live long. You just see that chat too. Basically, I was just talking about you. You're gonna live long. You was just chatting me, baby.
yeah.
Playing cards and domino, just slamming the domino.
Yes, granddad of the domino.
Whole table shakes.
Yeah, the
dominoes
whole
are
table
moving.
shakes. Yeah.
Best cigarette smell in the kitchen. You can't do that these days. Imagine that. Best cigarette.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I'm telling you, growing up like Caribbean, like, cause we was in the 90s as well. We was in a different era.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
It was nice.
It
in
was
the
a
90s, man.
special
Nostalgic,
time.
man.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was.
special. It was a different vibe. Just
Yeah.
summertime was different as well. Carnival with your cut off t-shirt.
Everybody was out.
Yeah.
Nobody was caught up with nothing
Well,
else.
well, you have to understand as well, like, obviously with today's world, social media, a lot of people play their lives play out on social media.
Yeah.
With our day, social media was, like, Carnival was our, that was our
Yes.
time to
Yeah.
express
Time,
and
Trust
let go.
me.
So we built up that momentum for that one day, or Birmingham or
Yeah.
Leeds Carnival.
Yeah.
And, you know, it made a difference.
And the atmosphere was so beautiful and it was so good and inviting and everybody was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause you
man.
didn't get a chance to catch up with people like you did today on social media. When you see
Yeah.
someone, it's like, Miras! Yeah. It's like, back in the day, different vibe, different vibe. Today, people are too easily accessible. You can just go online and
Yeah.
it's crazy now, man.
You don't get a chance to miss anybody now.
Yeah, that moment of just like, what happened to so and so? You can just
Yeah.
look and scroll and be like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could walk like road with your your little boombox, and everyone
Yes.
just come around and like have a
Yeah.
little vibe.
Yeah.
Now someone would complain about the noise and
Yeah.
antisocial
Police.
behavior. It's like
Just kill off all the fun, all the
Yeah, you-
authenticity.
Do you know what's gone? It's the mystery. there's no more mystery because everything's there. Like
Everything's
you didn't really know much about people's life unless they told you or people say a couple of things. But today you can see what someone had for dinner 2 years ago. It's like
Very
the
true.
mystery's gone. Not gone, but it's just a bit altered for me now.
And everyone's kind of like even when you scroll on Insta, I'm just like, all these girls look the same. All these
All clones
guys
of each other
look
now.
the same. Like nobody really stands out and looks
Individuality,
different.
innit?
Like everyone's just molded into the same
Because
one.
the dress code in the 90s, anyway, there's some
Different
funny
vibe.
colours.
It was for the women. It was the black lip liner, lip gloss. That was
Baggy
Baggy
pants.
jeans.
Yeah.
Couple shoulder pads here and there. The leggings.
There's no rules, there was no rules.
No.
Yeah.
Where today it's just
Shocking
like...
colour. Well, it was just
So
all bright
expressive.
colours.
Yeah, bright, there's just no rules.
Yeah.
It's just free. The hairstyles was just funk. My
Yes.
mom had the finger waves, and you had the one hair, the sort of
And
you know,
fringe,
the
like,
bags,
short in the front.
slants.
Yeah.
And then the line going through.
Yeah.
My mom had all them hairstyles, man, and then the clothes. Everyone used to get their clothes. That's what I mean, individuality. Everyone used to get their clothes like tailor made.
Yes,
and
everyone
when you go to dance, you weren't looking on Boohoo or whatever.
No,
I
bring
love
what you're
Boohoo.
bringing. Yeah.
But you was going to, all right, this is my idea. I want
Yeah.
the cut off foot there.
Yeah.
I want some gold there,
Yes.
some them beads there, and everyone looked different.
Yes.
And the hairstyles, everyone's like people was creative.
Yeah.
They were locked into that, finding out like who
That's
they
true,
were
man.
and expressing themselves, especially like in dancehall. That was the thing when you was going out, you never looked the same.
No. Different person every night.
And you didn't even recognize them. The wigs, the hairstyles, the weave, the clothes.
Long one there, short
The
one
nails.
there,
It's
long
how
and
you was
short.
feeling that day, that personality trait.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everyone has different personalities
Yeah.
and characters in them. So you're feeling that day, the long, short blue wig,
Yeah.
the short red wig.
The big
Yeah.
hoop
Yeah.
earrings, the long dangly
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
That's definitely from a Jamaican culture, and like that came from yard because that's how they've been doing from like years.
Yeah.
That's how they express themselves,
Yeah.
and obviously like we're doing dancehall and there have been competitions and dancehall
Yes.
queens
Dancehall.
winning money.
Everyone watched that movie.
Yes.
I remember
From the
when,
culture, you watched
when I was in
dancehall.
school.
You was gasping dancehall.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had
School and
the
start quoting it, innit?
yeah.
Walk and live.
Talk and
Are you me one?
Yeah.
Are you me
come
comfort?
My favourite line from that film is when he was in interrogation, like her brother, and they couldn't find priest. And the detective's coughing him in his head. And he said, me gotta make him remember everything. All your granny birthday. I was like, oh my god. I was like, who remembers their nan's birthday? I'd be screwed. Yo, that film was sick, man.
That was a film.
Yeah, and we all
Classic.
watching the real McCoy as well.
Yo, I watched that today.
Today?
The real McCoy. Oh my
If
god.
somebody stopped that dog from whining and the dog
No, you know what I love when they used to do Easter. Oh, Paulie.
Yeah, the EastEnders were too funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
Grant.
I need to rewatch
I love EastEnders, man.
Oh,
Ahead of his
God.
time, man. Real McCoy.
It was so. I'm
Ahead of
glad
its
they
time,
brought
man.
it back now to the BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started watching it today. Me and my mom, episode 1, man.
I
Yeah.
said to my daughter, I was like, we need to
bring
really
it back.
Yeah, we started watching that this
I have to
morning.
pull that up, man.
Yeah, the real McCoy. What else did they bring
Desmond.
back? Desmond's on channel.
I love Desmond.
Desmond
and
It's
pork
so
pie.
nice to see the whole family. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
is it Aunt Susu?
Yes. Also, I pork pie together.
Pork pie.
Susu.
Pork pie.
And Matthew, don't forget Matthew.
It's an all African saying.
And who's the brother?
Oh, the rich one, Matthew. No, that's not. That's
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
I need
And
to end.
Gloria. Who was the younger guy? What was his name again?
I forget his name.
Desmond was sick, no. Desmond was
Desmond was
sick.
the one.
We haven't really had any, like, you
Yeah,
know.
we were so proud of them programs.
We were that was,
proud.
see, even
watching
though,
our culture.
yeah,
right?
Desmond,
Yeah.
we're not,
It was
it
there.
wasn't Jamaica, wait, Guyanese?
Yes.
Guyana,
Yes.
Guyana,
Yeah.
they're Guyanese, but we, being from the Caribbean, being Jamaican descent, we felt like that was for us. We
Yes.
Yeah.
That we were so happy.
Yes.
Just as even though
Oh, yeah, representation.
you could see you in that family.
And it's a whole family as well.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's missing. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters.
yeah.
You got the affluent older one that thinks, oh, I'm a lawyer and I'm actually like this, and then you
He
got
works for the bank,
the
yes.
Gloria,
Yeah,
who's just so street smart.
Who's
And
my man
everything.
used to sell things, come in and sell things.
Tony.
Not Tony.
No, he was the barber. Was
He was in Real McCoy, the one that used to come and
Yeah, yeah.
Lee.
Yeah, always selling
The
this.
little hustler coming into the barber
Yeah.
shop.
And the white guy.
That was Tony.
Oh, that's Tony.
Basically, it was the UK version of our interpretation of the Cosby.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
That's as close as that was like the only thing like that we really had. I remember they brought something out in the BBC for a brief time when they had like a black family, but I don't know what happened to it. I can't remember what it's called, but it was on for like a brief time. And he ended up being in one of them Casualty, I think the guy did, the lead.
Okay, I don't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about. I can picture him.
But it was like, it was there and then it was gone.
Yeah.
You just blinked and that
But was that, how recent was that? Was that like back in the day?
2000s.
Oh, around the 2000s?
Yeah.
Like? Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. It's funny how it all stems from growing up the way we did, growing up Caribbean, and then the influences that we've had on our lives as we've gotten older as well.
And you bring it onto your kids as well. I
Yeah.
definitely try to make sure that I bring in my culture and maintain a very Jamaican household. Because even though a lot of it was probably a bit harsh, also they instilled great values within us that
It's
we
true.
carry forward.
And builds character.
Yes, and it strengthens you and it makes you strong, not just physically but also mentally. Because some of them people no idea them soft side.
I'm proud, very
And
proud.
lost.
Yeah.
Like Jamaicans, we are very proud. We are very
proud
like
people.
if one of us is coming up or doing something, you have everyone. Oh, Jamaicans run from this. Well, the whole everyone Jamaican is behind you.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything Jamaican, we love to see our people win. Like we are so proud.
Representing
Jamaicans,
everything.
like, you have to understand, like, every area of the world we have an influence. Sports, music. You can look at the biggest star in the world, Drake. He talks nothing but power. these
Yeah.
days.
And hip hop came from a Jamaican. Okay, so if it wasn't for us,
Cool her.
Yeah.
you wanna have hip hop, okay? I'm just saying.
Bring the Jamaican sound system
Yeah,
to New
yeah,
York.
Yeah. Fashion.
From that fashion.
Yes.
And then there's food.
Okay.
You know, and then there's like just the influence, like in terms of style,
Bob
swag.
Marley, we can't forget Bob Marley, like
Marcus Garvey.
Stable.
Yeah.
Like, and even the way we talk, like
everyone.
one. I tell you when it got really celebrated, the culture.
Yeah.
Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer.
Oh yes.
That's when the culture got
Listen.
celebrated.
Yeah.
Everyone was proud.
It was-
All around the world.
I watched that
Proud
yeah
of-
3-4
you have to be
times.
proud of that.
Yeah.
That's the best verses so far for me.
Yeah.
For me, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best.
And the atmosphere, the hype, the adrenaline, the rush from it all.
It's because you know the history of Bounty and Beanie. You
Yeah.
have to know, like, them guys are pillars in
Yes.
the community. Like, they're like Bounty's voice for me.
What a voice.
It instantly froze me
What a
back.
voice.
Yeah, man.
What, lad?
Timeless. Scary.
And to be fair,
Miserable. Angry.
Poor people governor.
yeah,
With their general.
Governor.
Kaboom.
Yo,
Bounty killer.
Man.
love it, man. For me, though, I think more than anything, I love watching the clashes on stage between like Vibes and like Mavado.
Yeah.
What they call the
Soundboy,
Sound
yeah,
clash.
the big that is
Sting and all that when they do Sting,
Yo,
yeah.
man, the atmosphere is just
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
Like Clash, we started that as well. Jamaicans started
And it showed as well on that verses that showed the world this is how to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Before they was doing it
Original.
like over Instagram,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
like, "That's
No,
not how you
no,
clash.
no.
We clash both
Face
people
to face,
in the same
yes.
building. That's
Yeah.
how you clash."
Right.
Feed off
And
my
since that
energy.
one,
Yeah.
everyone started to do it like that
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
So even that is.
Set
Even
trends.
then,
Yeah.
start again.
Trailblazers. They're
Yes.
called Jamaicans are trailblazers.
We are
Yeah, I think.
the originators of a lot of things, and like with the clashing dub plate, like
Yeah.
when the sounds are clashing, that's the different DJs
Yeah.
sets.
Yeah.
They have like people, artists with their little, I'll say jingles is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
they
their sound effects.
and everyone use that now. Everyone use that.
Yeah, culture
Yeah.
clash. It's
Yeah.
And like
Use that
reggae,
in that,
rag dancehall is so influential in a lot of music.
Yes.
You hear it
Yes.
in the undertones.
Just the melody,
Yeah,
the beats,
you know
yeah.
it, and it's so versatile
Yeah.
that it can be pop. You can rap on it, reggaeton, like K-pop, like you can put anything on a dance or beat and it
it's still
and it
bang.
just works. Yeah.
Yes.
But for me, my nostalgia goes back. Like being in LA on my own. Like my favorite artist is Dennis Brown. First and foremost. So I listen to nothing but Dennis Emmanuel Brown. He's got some songs that helped me get through a lot of tough times in my life. Yeah, and it's just for me, it's the BPM, it's the certain tones and frequencies that are hitting me. Like certain people don't like certain artists because they don't like it. Certain people don't like Future. But if you break Future's music down, it's the BPM, the frequency that hits you with certain ad-libs that he does. It hits you in a certain place. People can't explain it. So that's what it is. But people like Dennis Brown and Sanchez and for me Garnet Silk, those people put me into a place of nostalgia. I feel like my ancestors are in the room. Like I really genuinely hand on heart feel like my ancestors are with me when I'm playing the music, you know, not to get all like ubia, but it feels like that's what it feels to me. It's no joke, man, so you have to respect the thing, man.
I feel like music in like Jamaica is a big thing because I always say to people, I feel like I was whining before I was talking. I just grew up just whining. Like if I'm down, I put on my music and I like to dance, and you know, girl, when I hear the bashment, it's like another side that comes out of me. I just love it. Just makes you feel when music hits you, you feel no pain. You hear the music and you just.
But that starts from the parents, because I know we've all got that memory of the reggae music playing.
Sunday
Mom trying to hit the high notes.
Bob Marley.
I like to
Beres Hammond.
They're the Jamaicans, but I like to pay homage to the British. Lovers Rock.
Lovers Rock.
What? Maxi Priest.
Yeah, and like what's her name? What's her name now? Who does?
No.
Janet. Who's that? Silly, Janet K. Janet K. Yeah. No, wait. Seriously, let her do it. Let Janet K do it. That was good, but just let her do it.
I can't sing. My man.
I'm gonna get it for a second.
Trying to shame me, yo. You know I was struggling the first time. Do it again.
I thought she was coughing. I was gonna get her some water. I'm sorry, I'm joking.
I'm like,
Oh God, yeah. Everyone tried to reach that now. I'm
in love with a man. And Shabba.
Shabba, man.
Shabba yesterday actually.
Yeah, and back for me, obviously, Buju.
Buju.
And like even now, he's bigger than he ever was.
Buju,
ironic.
I know.
DJ Khaled. Got him now, got Buju now.
Yeah.
You know, in Jamaican culture, they have their issues with certain things. So it's good to see how artists now have flipped the script and they can be
embracing them now.
And embracing like people's choices. And like even in Jamaica, like the vibe, the whole like thing is a vibe. Because at night time, when it gets dark, the little corner shop road, the Jamaica, there's just a little dance there.
Everybody's nice with it.
Where they lay their hat, it just goes off.
Food's cooking.
Everybody come out, everybody's together.
It's just loving like your little area. It's just nice and peaceful.
You drive down 2 miles in Clarendon, you hear just look like little pockets of little sound systems at night time. The local food trucks, you know, I love it. I think it's just so nostalgic.
One person on their jerk pan over there selling the food, man.
It's just a nice party vibe and going to the market. Like I used to love going to the market. Cheese chicks, Sky Juice.
Yeah, bag juice.
Yes, bag juice. Sock, anything.
Yeah.
I used to make sock and sell them.
You're the hustler from there.
I'm the hustler from there. We say, Granny, give me the bag, make some sock and sell it. And feel like sock is it's like freezer bags and you put cool it. You put juice in it and you tie a knot and then you freeze it and then you sell it because it's hot. So you.
What's the shaved one?
That's like slush.
The syrup, no, it's a shave.
It's like slush puppet. It's just the ice, and you put the different syrups on it.
Americans call it shave ice, isn't it?
Yeah, shave ice. I think it's just called shave ice.
Not even remember that. Things of the money did stretch so far. Take a little suck and go on. And you have like the little what's it that hang a wire that make the little ring, and then you have like your peanuts hanging.
Yeah.
Your
Coconut,
cheese
coconut drop, is it?
Yeah, coconut drops.
I
Yeah,
miss those so
Just-
much.
that'll mash up.
Don't make them the same no more.
Gizzarda, like patty. Oh, patties.
Of course.
The way I love a juicy beef. Oh.
Sugar cane.
Well, yeah, I had that in my yard, so I just used to,
Yeah.
my granddad would just
Cheese.
chop it. I had it good in yard. I had it so. Listen, I was living so good. I didn't understand how good I had it. Whatever I wanted came off a tree or
Yes.
from the
How
ground.
different the world is.
A coconut, my granddad would just, boom, just.
Yeah.
And that coconut jelly.
I didn't like jelly. I put sugar on it.
Oh.
To be fair, that's
The
why they live
fresh
long
water,
over there, you
yeah,
know.
That's what I'm saying. They got the
Long over there.
Yeah.
Like 1 minute the chicken's there walking around, next thing's on our plate.
Are you pleased?
God bless it so.
Stop it,
Your
man.
granddad 95. Like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
what? In 95? Like, over there.
Like it's
it's
nothing,
normal.
still
Yeah.
pulling hard iron, still
Normal.
doing all the
Yeah,
chores.
Yeah.
Still
Still-
cooking
Yeah.
pot early morning,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
man.
There's an old woman and she was so old in yard, and her name was Stalu. Rest her soul. She lived a very long. I was like, and every time she used to come to our house, she'd take some mint from the bush. I used to say to her, every time you go, you take a piece of mint with you. And we used to, everyone used to say, she's not in a bad way, but like she was old from I was little, you know, them like, but she was strong and healthy.
Was that
Like,
piece of mint you used to say?
That was a secret.
right next to the Cersei. She never take the Cersei though. She just take the meat. And the Cersei, that was beer rum. You know, in Jamaican house, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Every time you're sick, your hands drop it off.
Innit?
Go get the little beer rum, man.
Oh my days.
Drink some Cersei. Say a little prayer.
Everything went back to that natural substances.
Natural.
And your
And I can't
TC,
forget-
what's your TC?
TC
Oh my
B.
god.
Is it P or just chase the B and it
The
also
detox thing.
Your you
Yeah,
need your
yeah.
Dettol in your bath.
Dettol.
Yeah.
There's
Dettol.
always a remedy. There's
Yes.
There's always
yeah.
something that you
Always.
can.
Well, we used to have
Lemon,
Why the ginger, your bush tea?
Yes.
My
Yes.
dummies used to get dipped in the rum overproof. Like if you had a little baby.
Yes. Yeah,
yeah,
TV. My mum told. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with the matchstick pan or the
Under the thread.
or the
on the
thread or
forehead,
the
you get
matchstick
hiccups.
on the forehead.
Wait. I missed that memo.
You can roll up thread.
Yeah, you round up
Baby have
thread,
hiccups.
put
Put
it
it
on
on
the
the forehead.
forehead or a matchstick.
Yeah.
That's what Mum used to do that, you
Yeah.
know. Wait a minute. Not with me, obviously. Oh, I think we changed. She did it what? She put the what?
Yeah, roll up the thread.
The thread or matchstick.
what-
It's meant to stop the
Stop
hiccups.
hiccups.
And you meant to shape the baby head. You shape the
And
baby
stretch,
nose.
stretch the baby.
Stretch the baby, hang the baby
Arms
upside,
and-
one
arms and
hand,
legs.
one leg, stretch. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
That's definitely Jamaican.
Flinging it back.
Taking it
Yeah.
all the way back, those things, and drawing out the coal. Oh,
Oh, no,
I can't do that.
Oh yeah.
My mum, drop the baby core.
I said to
nah.
my mom, I said,
Nah.
best believe my baby's getting passed to you. Cause
I do.
you know, in their nose.
My mum did it to me and my sister. She did it to my. I like her did it to my daughter. I said no, come on.
Yeah.
I'm English now. Come on.
Baby can't breathe. Give me the baby. Oh my God.
Nah, mama, I ain't doing that.
Madness.
And obviously, you're basing bath, you sink bath. I don't know. I think America they call it a bird bath.
Yeah. It's funny. I got
Yes.
in my house actually on my coffee table in my house in LA. I got a translation book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just obviously every word, English word next
Yeah.
to a Jamaican word.
Yeah.
Anyone who comes to my house, I just make them read it. And so
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but it's just nice.
Just
I love
in
people's
case.
reaction to
Yeah,
reading
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, like hello, wagwan, and whatever
Yeah.
else. You know, yeah, it's
It's a good little book.
yeah, it's a little translation book, man.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's different.
It's great. Growing up Jamaica. I love
Let's
it.
not forget the plaques on the wall. The plaques, the sayings,
The roller, like,
the
wait,
scroll.
What you see
This
here?
house.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
What is it? What you see in this
What happens
house?
in this house stays in this house.
If not, no, come back. Yeah.
I got that. My mum. Oh, we all had the same picture. The black Jesus.
Yeah.
The Rasta.
Yes.
The black woman with the black man and the
Oh.
tiger.
What about the model with the Jamaican? Remember in the water, the woman with the bathing suit.
The old classic picture, man.
From the
And she's
90s.
stepping out of the
Indian
water.
looking, Jamaican Indian looking woman coming out of the water. And I think you got like
Is that the basket or the...
What, he's got beads on also.
and then you got the is it what
And she'll shed
waterfall?
beads on.
What waterfall was it in the background now? Was it? Oh,
Was it
man.
Don's
think
River?
I-
Don's River.
Because that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And she's got the bathing suit on, the old classic Jamaica, like Welcome to Jamaica or Love Jamaica, something like that. She's like Jamaican Indian. That was a classic picture.
Did you
Look
also
that
used to
up.
have on the sofa the little like it looks like a little bit, you know,
The
little
doily?
car, yeah,
The doily on the back.
on the
like-
back, on the chair, on the
But you
sofa.
can't put your head on it. You
Yeah.
can't sit back
Oh,
on it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
on each chair, they used to have this
Over the
pretty
sofa.
crochet type.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
And the front room that you can't go in.
Yeah.
And the cutlery you can't use.
You can't use.
Unless royalty comes.
And the cabinet with the glass there where you can't drink water.
Yeah.
What's the thingy as well? The plastic rug with the spikes underneath.
Oh yeah,
What's
I
that
remember.
in-
That might have just been our house, but
that froze back to me.
it's just like still you
The
step
tail
on it,
upside down,
step on it.
yeah.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's mad that
Crazy back, man.
we was in different households, but it was so
Experience the
similar.
same
Yeah.
vibe, man. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I feel like everyone's house I used to go to had all the same, like
Yeah.
everyone shop at the same place.
And I paid homage obviously a few weeks ago because it was celebrating the Windrush. And I remember making of coming to England. I remember making the point of how it must have been for the first settlers to come in. Because what are we, third generation?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm
first,
first.
your first. Well, you know what I mean, like generation,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
moms and granddads.
From
From when granddad's people first come in the 60s.
I was about to say my people never
50s.
came over, so
The transition for them must have been mad, like the weather
Yes.
and like just the culture of how white people
yeah.
seeing them. They were the first black people they've ever seen in their
Yeah.
life. A lot of them, they had no TV
Yeah.
watching black people. So that must have been a crazy experience to be black British in the 50s, man. Like,
Yeah, because my granny came over to do her nursing.
Yeah.
When my granddad came over, he was in hospital. She did her nursing, and then she went back to be a nurse.
Yeah, okay, so she did it.
She
and went
came
back.
out for a little bit, but like as far as I know, she was my granny and my granddad. They're the only one that came for a little bit, but
Yeah.
they didn't really they never
They
stayed.
Settled,
Yeah, and then obviously I was born there, so like that makes me first
First
generation.
Yeah. Oh, for your family, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy, man. We're the next level, man. The third level up. It's weird. I feel old though. Because when it's like 10, 20 generations, and we're just like the third, second, and first.
Well, we had this conversation with Dane with the kids and how it's gonna change culture, like because
Almost dilute over time.
dilute.
Wow.
Because my mum was raised in Yard, but she was born here, so it's like different. So she's Jamaican, as in how she cooks and how she carries herself in culture. Because she went to school there,
Yeah.
and she grew up there, and she only came back to England when she's going to college. So
Yeah.
she's Jamaican.
Yeah.
But then technically, I'd be first.
Yeah, first
And my
gen.
daughter will be
Second
second,
gen, yeah.
and my son they'll be second. So I'm trying to make sure that
Keep it implemented, innit?
like the food and stuff. I'm like, I don't want my great grandkids, getting no rice in no bag. Talking about rice and
Yeah,
peas.
because it die out over time. If you don't keep hold of it, it does die out, man.
No shade if you want to eat your rice from a bag.
Uncle Beg.
That's cool.
Stop it.
That's true, man.
I remember hearing that uproar. I was in the lane. I heard someone talking about the jerk. Was it the jerk rice?
Oh, Jamie Oliver's was
Yeah, the
it?
Jamie
yeah.
Oliver rice. That was crazy.
No, it was Pierre. It was Pierre. When he said he went to Jamaica and he has rice and peas all the time and he used green
Who
peas,
said that?
Frozen peas.
frozen green peas.
Marco Pierre.
Marco Pierre. I made a video and the chicken was so unseasoned.
Yes,
It
yes.
dashed raw chicken into boiling water.
What?
Okay.
You like seen that? Listen,
There was an
I just
uproar.
said not
There
that
was an
video.
uproar.
Yes.
You didn't even clean the chicken.
peas, you know.
Didn't clean no chicken.
You just dashed it raw.
He didn't clean no
Clean
rice.
the rice.
Didn't clean no rice.
And then them frozen green peas
Frozen
and
green
bird's eye
peas.
went in
Where
there.
have you ever seen rice and peas with frozen green? I was like, do that.
Bird's eye.
I was like, frozen green peas? Never had that tell you.
Yeah, we take things like that personal. innit?
Yeah.
we like when we see like rice and peas in the tin. Are you
Yeah.
mad?
Yeah.
Like, don't do that to us. This is what I'm talking
There's a
about.
process.
Leave it to the Jamaicans. There's Jamaicans out there that can cook proper
Yeah.
food. Like, let them do it. Make it be authentic.
They
and then
show
say,
you how. Don't shortcut.
why are you gonna, let me make it? No.
Yes, don't shortcut the culture.
Just don't. Let us have our little thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And let it be Jamaican owned. Pour back into the community, man.
Yeah. When I go to New York, man, obviously a lot of Jamaican friends out there. It's the first time I ever in my life had jerk lobster. Have you guys had that?
I don't eat lobster.
Oh, mate.
No,
I don't eat meat, so I'm a pesky. So to eat,
you're pesky.
yeah, to eat lobsters like heaven.
You know, your own interest, I am money, I run a foreign. But jerk, lobster. So guys, this concludes the end of our Let's Talk Caribbean Jamaican. Hopefully you had fun, enjoyed the video. Don't take anything personal. No. Do not feel offended. This is based on our experience and our views.
Yeah.
I don't know why I speak like this when I do it, but I'm going in and out of character. So yes, shout out to our sponsors, Danes Catering for your Caribbean Jamaican delights.
Yes.
Don't know why I'm doing that either. So you can get your food delivered if you're local to the Birmingham area. Also, he does parties, birthday events. Then we've got K.G Holistic Herbs, and you get your antiviral blend. You get your natural organic Seamoss gel. You get your mucus-less cleanse as well. And that's also going to be in the description box below with Danes Catering. And Say It by Lex. You get your t-shirt printed and your mugs. And these are all local to Birmingham area. So get the details below in the box or check our Instagram for more information.
Support those small businesses. Yes, let's get up there.
Okay.
We'd like to say a special thanks to our special guest, Duane Henry.
Yes, gracing us with his present. Not once, but twice.
Next time, 3 times.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Leave all your experiences in the comment box below as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Bye.